Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tuesdays with Puddnhead. Today, I am joined by Coshade.
It's Coshade.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
Good. We're going to get a double header here between a Straywood Beastmaster and a Johktari Beastmaster.
Ooh.
I have not actually figured out who's who yet, so we'll figure that out while we go. Here, we'll hit play.
Which forest animals will win?
Looks like AridigasFan is blue, so he's playing the Straywood Beastmaster, and pjotri is playing the Johktari Beastmaster. There's going to be a lot of
I always felt
animals on the
like the
board.
Johktari forest was so much cooler than the Straywood. Like I felt like it was
Yeah.
just like I felt like if I had to live in one, like if they would have like a like a tree fort building contest, I think the Johktari would win.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
that,
So we see economy Philella from the Straywood, and we see aggressive lair with mana flower
Ooh, aggressive
from
layer.
the Johktari Beastmaster, which you can do now. Didn't used to be able to do that. And
Yeah, that
so
channel 10 really does make a difference in terms of viability of that
yeah,
opening there for sure.
yeah. Now wait a minute. I may have gotten I got this right. That's right. We're looking at Piotri's perspective here. So I
Okay.
will try not to hover over any of his cards.
Do you prefer the Straywood or the Johktari in terms of playing?
Um I have more Straywood books that I enjoy than I
Okay,
have Johktari books that I enjoy, but that's probably because I haven't spent enough time with the Johktari Beastmaster.
that's fair.
I
Yeah,
really like Sharkbait's Johktari Beastmaster. It is very hard to deal with. Um, yeah,
yeah. I feel like the double move layer is kind of like a staple for Johktari right now.
it is
Like
very
it's kind of
aggressive.
like
Yeah,
it's definitely like what could be considered a standard. If you verse it, you're
right,
like, oh, should I open economy? Like
right,
a Falella turn one is actually kind of scary to
right.
to have when you might be looking at a Timberwolf in your face. This
Yeah.
turn.
I mean, she could get a Falcon out this turn and just start attacking things.
True. 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 True.
So, but that Falella could be used offensively too. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
You could see a reclaim on that layer right now.
Yeah. Reclaim is such an interesting choice against Lair.
I mean, you're going to get a lot of value out of that layer in the meantime. But if you put a
Mhm.
reclaim on it and then hit it with some what is that nature spell? The the spray of barbs.
Spray
You,
barbs.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
can get some
okay.
you get
Yeah, I
some
mean,
serious damage on there,
it only has piercing two, so it does kind
and
of
it doesn't get through
it's
everything.
meh. But hey, and I do
Ooh,
like this play of the
a
Asp
turtle.
turtles.
Yeah, you like the asp?
I really like the Asp right now. Actually, I think it's a really good choice because Philella generally means you're going like some big creature and buffing him, or you're playing curses, I guess, which is weird. And weak is a really good counter against just one big creature.
Right.
Especially with like Badger Frenzy, things like that.
It looks a lot like he's going to be buffing up his mage. Got that
Is
extra
that a
attack
is
from the
that a
gauntlets
pet?
of strength. That is a
Well,
pet turtle.
I mean that 5 armor turtle. It's not going down easily, so
Five
that's actually pretty
armor,
cool.
10 health turtle. Hits
Yeah, I
for
mean,
four dice.
and it rolls, yeah, 5 in the Beastmaster zone. That's pretty good.
That's a nice pet. I like it. Good choice there. Um, and we'll see if the snake is dodgy enough to escape the turtle and the Beastmaster.
Right.
Although, if you're running Philella, I would not be surprised if there's a Falcon Precision in there. So,
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Johktari Beastmaster hanging back here, putting on some gloves of skill so they can re-roll the attack dice on a ranged attack.
Yeah, and like
Yeah, just the attack
it's
dice.
interesting. Probably what Hawkeye, Gloves of Skill. Those probably the two spells. Maybe Kuro's favor.
It makes sense. I would bet Hawkeye over Akiro's
Yeah, yeah,
favor,
I would too.
sure. That Wounded Prey might see some use this time.
Oh, absolutely. And the fact that Wounded Prey is free to place down is just super nice actually
Oh,
for
more
layer play
snakes.
because you got to
Boy.
think like melee one for every creature that attacks it.
Yeah, it's a lot of
An animal
dice.
creature like that can really add up to be like compounding when you think about other other things that go into other mages.
Yeah. I'm going to bet that that's a joint strength on the turtle.
Yeah.
Snake moving away. Interesting.
Yeah, this is actually like anti what you usually want to do
Yeah. Why
as a
aggressive layer
Johktari.
if you're going to not run
Yeah.
in there, you know?
Johtaris are all about the commitment. Like I remember one of the first builds I did with her was that Rushmaster build. And it was just all about saying, you know what, just only attack spells. That's it.
All right. Here's the Hawkeye plus, and we got the joint strength. Yep. All right. Good. Trying to
Interesting.
get some damage out on that turtle.
Yeah,
Get
I
some
actually
critical
like
damage.
I like the Avarium bow, and it's actually like it's funny because hunting bow was supposed to be like her thing, but I really feel like Avarium is the better choice.
It's cheaper, you know?
It's the
Just,
mana problem, yeah.
yeah.
And
Another
like, granted,
snake for the Beastmaster this time. Go ahead.
it's gonna be a snake battle, and like maybe with the channel 10, it does change. I don't really know. I haven't run it enough to really say
Sure. Right.
because you get what like bleeds, I think, and extra piercing or something. But
Yeah. If an animal has dealt damage to it already. So
yeah,
the animal
right.
hits first, and then you get your extra shot with the Beastmaster. Whereas with the uh, with the Avarium Longbow, it looks like she re-rolled the damage and got less damage on the turtle.
Ooh,
I
that
probably would have
sucks.
been happy to get 2 critical damage on that turtle.
Yeah, yeah. These turtles, you gotta just. I mean,
He's got
yeah,
5
because
armor.
one's gonna transfer over too. Yeah, okay. Joint strength is an excellent enchantment to have with this.
Yeah, that turtle is not gonna die
Turtling.
ever. So
But yeah, like in this case, like I wouldn't suggest the hunting bow only because snakes really are hit or miss when it comes to damage. So
yeah, they don't do damage.
yeah, you might as
They
well just get
do
the
they
straight
do
damage out.
weaks. That's why you
Mm.
have them. It's for the weak. And then you kill the weak.
Right. I guess there would be an idea of using a spear here, only because what does it cripple? I think it does.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that chance would actually be decent of slowing your opponent down.
But you have to recast that every turn, right?
Yeah, it's like a elemental wand idea, except you can melee with it. You know, that sort of idea.
Mm-hmm.
Except the
So
spell
we
is you
saw the
throw your spear.
unavoidable come out with the Morning Star from the Beastmaster, so he's ready to kill some snakes.
Yeah,
Isn't
and
Bila coming off the layer?
oh, okay, the legendary is going down. Now, Isambila has that combo with Badger Frenzy that really lets
Yes.
you probably like deal some damage, maybe to that snapper. Maybe I mean piercing too.
Surging wave coming out early on the Beastmaster here. Johktari Beastmaster. I gotta not call them Beastmasters.
Yeah, right.
Nobody's gonna understand what I'm doing. All right, we get a slam and a little bit of damage.
Yeah, push.
No push, just a
Right? Was it
slam.
a?
That was
Was
a
it not an
4.
8? I thought it was an 8. I get my bad.
All right, he attacked the turtle for 0 damage and 0 weeks, and the turtle gets 4 damage on the snake because the snake forgot to dodge. Poor snake.
It couldn't dodge, right?
No, the turtle
Oh, it was the
counterattacked.
turtle that countered. Yeah, there you go. I mean, turtles, pretty good at dealing with snakes.
All right, we got another enchantment going down on the turtle. That first attack was. I mean, I think pjotri has the upper hand at this point.
Yeah, losing a
No, no,
creature
no.
is
I'm
pretty
sorry.
brutal.
AridigasFan. I got this wrong. Straywood has the upper hand right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Depends on what else is coming out of that layer.
Oh, got
A
that
steep,
steep hill.
a steep hill. Okay, nice. He's gonna try it. Makes the days. Shoots the turtle for 1 damage. Re-rolls it. Gets 4 damage, and one of that's gonna transfer. So
Oh man, that gloves of skill already coming in handy.
yeah, and that worked that time. But he's got that Beastmaster can hit for 5 dice. Oh,
Here
no, it's going to be
comes.
7 dice. 8 dice. My bad. 8 dice because of the gloves, gauntlets of strength.
Yeah, Isabella really can't take damage. That's like one of the big things about her is that
Yeah, and here
she's
comes the turtle.
like you hope to get the combo off, and then if you get it off, you're like, great. And then Isabella dies. That's pretty much my experience.
Yeah, that turtle's gonna wreck her. Yep.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Yeah, the snakes are not very defensive. They really need
Yeah.
to. You really need some solid creatures in there, I think, first before you get Inzavila out there. You want like a timber wolf or a turtle or something. Get your
Yeah,
dodging.
because now, yeah, now all the threats are down, and
Yep. Now you can just beat
you know,
down on that layer and keep the
yeah,
Johktari Beastmaster slammed.
like I want to say this game is looking really almost over, but we'll see how this next round goes, and it might just keep snowballing from there.
Yeah, that turtle still has, what is it, 7 life and the joint strength on it, and then whatever
Yeah,
else is on it.
and there might be a regrowth on him or something, and
Yeah.
then you have a whole other can there.
Yep. I mean, it's possible for the Johktari to do 7 critical damage, but very unlikely.
Yeah, I mean when you're dealing with high armor like this, it's super tough to actually take out without like significant investment.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to come up. I would start using falcons now, I think. Otherwise, everything else is just going to get beat down.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, only has 11 and two on the layer. That's harsh. That's really hard to deal with. Like you get a Timberwolf out, and it's probably gonna get a weak.
And maybe even die,
First
because
up.
it's taken 6 dice from the turtle,
Yeah.
right? Six dice from the turtle and 8 dice from the Beastmaster. That can kill a lot of things.
Yeah, not to mention, you don't know if Aridigas has just other things to keep buffing him.
Right, Philella's
On
just back
Philella.
there adding probably, I'm going to guess, Wolf Fury is the next one on the Beastmaster.
It's piercing. That makes sense. A lot of animal creatures just have like 2 armor, so any sort of piercing there is useful.
Yeah.
Okay, another asp. I mean, the asps aren't going to be useful here because they're just going to get one shot. So
Yeah, he's just going to
I'm
kill an asp a turn.
I'm more inclined to think that this is pretty much over. Oh, Falcon Precision. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm like
Falcon
watching
Precision on the turtle. Okay.
I'm gonna pause my screen so I can catch up to you.
Well, are you watching the game differently?
Yeah, I lined it up because I can't quite see how certain things
Oh,
look.
okay. Sure. All right, so there goes a snake, and the Beastmaster is going to take care of the next snake. Acid Ball on the turtle. Okay, that'll help with the armor.
Yeah, that's the kind of
Getting,
like investment I mean. So you're already spending 2 spellbook points and 5 mana, and
I mean,
just to open
there's
it up
also
more.
joined strength and Falcon Precision, so it's. But that pet ability is so useful.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh, that is gonna do it. That is gonna do it. Oh, almost. One
Yeah,
transferred
so
to the Beastmaster, so it survives.
so that was a great roll, for sure.
All right, Beastmaster is gonna kill the snake probably.
Yeah, that steep hill really is putting in work.
Yeah, the extra die on the steep hill is useful. All right, what do we got here? Gonna hit the layer? Or is he gonna hit the snake?
Oh, the healing tree.
Oh my gosh.
Now, healing tree is freaking bonkers just because it doesn't have any sort of regen thing. It just heals.
Yeah,
So you can stack it with so many other things. It's a very big turtle tactic, and it's perfect in this situation.
yeah. It's not zone exclusive, so you can put it in with anything.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do with his Beastmaster? He's thinking really
So you
hard
can like
here.
tree fountain his own.
I think I agree
space.
with this. Either killing the snake or beating on the lair. Oof, 6 blanks, not good. Regrowth on the
regrowth,
Beastmaster. Okay.
healing that transfer damage. Very nice. Yeah, this is a really nice tactic to get regrowth with your joint strength, and then you have your other creature also have regrowth, because then you are able to heal theoretically a ton of damage between the two of you. It
Right.
really like sets up that buddy kind of thing.
Wow. Yeah, it's looking grim for the Johktari Beastmaster right now. I mean, it is Johktari's initiative, so might be able to take the turtle out depending on what happens with
I was pretty
quick
impressed with that
casts.
that bow shot, and I think if he takes out the turtle, he's in a better position. I want to say,
If he
but I
takes
mean,
out the turtle, he needs to weak the Beastmaster too, unfortunately.
yeah. I mean, Aridigas having 11 mana means he probably won't get a Timberwolf out. I mean, he might, but you won't be able to pet it, so that's one thing. Or he'll just get another turtle out, I guess.
Another pet turtle. He does not have another animal to which to transfer the joint strength right
He's got the snake.
now. His snake is up in the hill.
Oh, is it in the same zone? Yeah,
Yeah, this is
indoor
his own
zone.
engine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he either needs to quick cast an animal or quick cast a heal, I think.
That wording always trips me up. In your zone.
Yeah, it has to be the Beastmaster zone. So
Yeah,
if he moves up
exactly.
the hill before the creature dies,
Hmm.
he could transfer it to the snake. Seems a little silly to transfer it to the snake, but you could do it.
It's better than losing it. Oh, there's the
Arrow
rock.
rock. Oof, that is a huge rock.
Yeah, that's a dead,
What is
dead
a
turtle for
7
sure.
dice rock? It's insane.
Yeah, Steepo's super good.
4 mana for 7 dice. Oh, rock is too good.
Yeah, there used to be a big rock meta, actually, that was around for a long time that we kind of strayed away from. Where basically, whatever threat someone brought out, or they tried to bring out, you just rock to death, and then you would just kill the enemy mage. And that actually beat out a lot of spawn points for a long time in this game.
All right, a week does go down on the Beastmaster.
That's
Got
a
a
big deal.
force wall coming out from the Beastmaster.
Oh, okay.
There's no weak, but a critical damage coming down on the Beastman on the Johktari. Healing tree used to heal AridigasFan. Straywood.
Yeah, I still think this is heavily in Aridigas's favor, but it really depends on what this action here is going to be. A double move, okay.
And dispel the bear strength. Okay. Slowly moving away from the Johktari
Yeah,
and
probably just
re-enchanting the Beastmaster.
what's really common to
Straywood.
kill a Philella is just take a Flame Blast.
What did he
Because
get?
Flame Blast is actually useful in almost
Wolf
every game.
Fury. Okay. I predicted Wolf Fury, but it was later than I thought. All right. Big hit on
I think it was a
Johktari.
mana problem.
He wanted to get regrowth on first, I think.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, he's got no armor right now, so he's
So
actually
regrowth
pretty
is
open in that.
Yeah, regrowth is very useful early on. It is not
Yeah,
very useful when
yeah.
you have 3 life left.
Yeah, like in my opinion, the proper order if you want to defense up is actually Aegis first, and then regrowth, and then armor.
Makes sense.
Like you get those trifecta together, like you're actually pretty unstoppable for like 4 dice or lower attacks.
That would be a great play right now. The Jaktari pops out a bear. That would be a great play right now.
He's got 17 mana,
And 4 on the lair.
so it's pretty reasonable, and that would actually shift a lot of the dynamic of this game.
Mm-hmm. The snake is stuck up on the hill for now. Not going to do anything this turn.
I was actually surprised he went after the Johktari because I actually think the snake would have been a better choice. Just kill that
Yeah,
snake.
killing that snake, especially while you have the Morning Star out, is a good
Right.
choice. You can always use your turn to go hit the Johktari because you're going to have initiative. Oh, Severe coming out. That's also a good choice, I think.
Interesting.
But maybe not while there's a Morning Star.
Yeah, like this is Aridigas's chance to just like try to pummel it, especially because
Yeah,
he has initiative.
he's got initiative and he's got Wolf Fury and
Yeah,
Morning Star. So I would definitely go in there and whack Severe hard.
Hunflo is
If,
gonna buff him
especially if
again.
especially if this is a bear strength. That's
It
another bear strength. Woo!
it could be a bear strength. It could also be a what is that that status clearing one? I forget the name of it.
Oh yeah, what's it?
Yeah, galvanize.
Yeah, Galvanize. That would be a good choice. So we got a Tanglevine. Okay. And then a double move.
How did he double move?
Yeah,
Oh, he
restrained.
Philelid. Philelid. Okay. Interesting to use Philelid first.
Teleport, bear strength, heal,
Yeah, yeah. This is a good call. I
and
mean,
then move and hit the Johktari. Oof. Just going for the kill here.
yeah, he's just focusing in. And to be fair, Ridigas doesn't have armor either, so
Yeah, pjotri
yeah,
doesn't have armor.
or yeah,
Yeah,
Pjotri.
Johktari has
Both of
20
them
damage
don't.
on it right now.
And like this is super dangerous for both of them to not have armor because you can just do this, just focus them down and not really care about the other damage.
Yeah, we need some defense here from Pjotri or from yeah. Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah, Pjotri. Pjotri's green.
yeah. He needs like defending creatures. Like
Yep.
the severe being out and not being pest is a big deal, but you really don't want to guard with severe, but he's gonna have to, I think.
I'm imagining that Philello has Mongoose Agility on right now.
Yeah, that would seal the deal. And Aridigas having regrowth on all that stuff. It's just firmly, I think, in Aridigas's hand here.
Yeah, he's got the stuff that he needs to be able to make the choices here.
Mm-hmm.
If the Juktari can stay away long enough, the lair can still win it, I think.
I
But
agree. Yeah,
yeah, I don't know if the Juktari is going to be able to stay away long enough. Only got 14 health left. That's a boulder.
yeah. I was gonna say it being Aridigas's turn initiative. Or no, it's not. It's Pjotri. Oh,
It's
okay.
Pjotri's initiative, so he might be able to get away here.
And as Aridigas, you probably think, okay, probably take a teleport
Yeah, you might get Tangle
or
Bind again.
force
So
push,
yeah, upheaval or teleport.
upheaval. Yeah,
Um, you want Philella to get you elusive, and then a boulder probably. If all else fails, throw a
some
boulder.
sort of attack spell.
Yeah,
I mean, acid ball arrest is acceptable.
yeah. Philella could put a rust on the Juktari, but Juktari has not put any armor on yet.
Yeah, I
I
really like
think
that play that
that's
Arigas did. He moved, he did the teleport, then used the tree, and then moved down and attacked the Johktari.
yeah,
Like really nice, just flow of using his spells that he placed, just in
yeah.
that center zone.
That is definitely useful. Okay, there's a
Force
push and a run and a regrowth belt. Okay. I'm willing to bet that Philella gives him Mongoose Agility or Cheetah Speed.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He's gonna
Interesting.
what? Oh, he's gonna push himself. He's gonna push him up instead of
Okay,
over.
because
Okay,
he
that
wants to be
makes
hindered. Yeah.
yeah. But if he's now he's in his tree zone though. I guess he only hits 3
And now
damage
he's
on
gonna
it
heal
anyway.
for free. Yeah. This is why that tree is so good. This is what the six point of damage is gonna be able to heal, so it's already breaking even.
Oof. Oh, getting a weak on Severe. Healing the Beastmaster down to 1 damage left. Comes the attack on the Beastmaster. No
Sweet attack.
weaks.
Nothing. Oh.
And what is this enchantment going to be?
Guessing mongoose.
He's got 16 mana. Yeah, if it's mongoose, he should just run. And... Wow. So he's going to move and guard, huh? Why is that? He's going to run. Okay. Because the hinder went away. And he's going to... Oh, wow. There's the corrosive orchid. And he's going to destroy the belt for 6 mana.
Yeah, corrosive orchid is such a good spell. I mean, being able to get possibly a corrode to deal with armor, but also take out equipment.
Yeah.
Really powerful. Getting those in like the center zones, or when it's going to be your initiative next round, just it forces so many actions out of your opponent just to deal with that one card.
Yep, and it is going to be his initiative.
Mm.
So that, let's see here, 7 plus corrode, so that could be 1 direct damage, closer to death. Straywood Beastmaster at full health again. Still got 2 weeks on him. Doesn't really matter because it's just canceling out the bear strength. So Wolf Fury and Gauntlets and Battle Skill are giving him 7 dice no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
think,
this game is over.
Right. I think if you're going to use a bow as a Johktari, you need to have blocking creatures. You cannot rely on these snakes. I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going to like start moving into that, like I really think like snakes as an opening, snakes aren't really used as your main like backbone creature. It's really a response to like a bear or something, or to deal with guards. And yeah, I agree. Like opening with it is definitely just it just they kind of plow right through it. You know, they're like, oh, did I have the counter or not? You know, that sort of thing.
Right.
And even if they don't, you can still kind of just like ignore them. You know.
That pet turtle was really good. I
I
like
really like the
pet
pet turtle play. I mean, mixed with the healing tree, he got so much value out of it.
Yeah, it soaked up what, 4 attacks or something?
Mm-hmm. And the fact that he could just like cast another one if he wanted to is actually really cool too. But yeah, in general, when you do like an aggressive, any spawn point really, you really want to look at the creatures that are level 2 or level 3, and try to get at least 2 of them out. I'd say. I mean, Falcons, of course, would be a good choice too. But that's because they deal more damage rather than soak up damage, and that's when you want more of a boomerang play. But yeah, like aggressive plays usually call for higher level creatures because you're hoping to end the game sooner. And like these lower level creatures that deal less dice, it's more of a long term play, which it doesn't really like play into what you're trying to do as a Johktari, if that makes any sense.
Right. I mean, he was using them to make the Beastmaster do less damage.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
I
good.
would have
But
liked to have seen some Badger Frenzies if that would have been his play,
oh
because
yeah,
you really want to focus on getting the weeks on them, not
right,
just like
sure.
casually get them.
You could also just cast a Curse of Weakness, honestly.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like the snakes are really good as just like a throwing out there to counter something casually, but not as what he was trying to
No
do. I
corrode.
agree. I agree. Curse of Weakness would have been the better play.
Got 7 dice coming in. Johktari Beastmaster has 8 health left, and that is going to seal it.
Yep.
Rip. All right.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a learning game, I would say. I mean, obviously the bow and the gloves had some really good stuff there. and the hill as well. It's just I think looking at that initial opening, just really what you got to do.
So he's saying that he should have Tanglevined in the zone instead. Or Hammer. He was going to get hammered if he went somewhere
Oh
else.
yeah. No, it really has had the attack spells, and I think everyone knew it. And if you don't take like, you know, three or so, like two or three, I'd say level 2 attack spells, you should really consider it, just because they kind of close out games really nicely.
Yeah, they are very helpful. It is true. And high dice ones, right? I mean, even if you're running a
Yeah.
siren and want to run only the little terrible 3 dice
I
water
mean,
spells, you should probably
yeah,
stick a boulder in there, right?
surging wave stuff like that isn't bad. Like if you combo it with the tide mechanic, the initiative thing, but like really like having a boulder is just good. Like you're never gonna be like, why did I put this in my book? Like there's always chances to like, say like if I kill this one target, I'm gonna win the game.
Oh my
You know?
goodness, what are they doing to me here? I put it at 5 times so we can get to game 2.
Okay, yeah. I mean, all around that was a really good like cleanly executed game. I think where it's just like nothing really messy happened, and I think it's pretty clear what adjustments could be made.
All right, here we go. Going back to 2 times speed. We got a Philella and a layer and a flower. So openings the same.
Looks like they're playing the same books.
Yep, same books, replaying.
This is actually
Um,
cool. We get to see what kind of adjustments they want to make.
right, now that they know what's in each other's book, they
Mm,
might do something different. I would imagine that AridigasFan is not going to change much of what he does because it worked so well last time.
why change it? Yeah.
Yep. Pet turtle, man. Good stuff.
Yeah, like it's a little expensive spellbook plays, but like it can survive so much.
And for
And
those of
since
you
it's only
who have
7,
watched my tactics game that came out on Friday last week, you'll see that turtles play a pivotal role in that game too.
yeah, turtle's a little scary. It's hard to deal with high armor in this game. You usually have to spend like a lot of spellbook points to do it.
Yeah, that's one reason why that's one of the books of my Straywood Beastmasters that I like better than Johktari. It's because I get a pet crab out in that book and it's super fun.
Ooh, pet crab, yeah.
Super fun. I can get the enemy mage to -6 dice and my crab with regen and healing and just sitting there crushing you.
I crush you. Yeah, exactly. I remember I used to love that spell, Force Crush, just because it just like the concept of getting rid of all their dispels and being like, I walk away and win, kind of like that with Crab in a weird way.
Yeah, if they're out of teleports and they can't break free
Yeah,
because they can't do damage to the crab, I mean,
right,
there you
right.
go. I should put Curse of Weakness in that book.
Yeah, Curse of Weakness is in general just a good spell. Like the fact that it's level 1, like it got away with it.
Yes, yes, indeed.
All right, looks like we're starting out. Johktari. We gonna see no crab. Okay.
Oh, we're gonna see the Bobcats. Huh? Weird.
I love the Bobcat play. I don't know if I
Oh,
like it in this book, but I mean, charge +2 for 5 mana is actually really good. For getting that first hit off. So I wonder if he's daring Pjotri to be like send something that doesn't have a defense or something like that.
right. There was nothing that came off the layer that turn. Interesting.
Uh oh, weird. Yeah, why not?
I'm saving up for something. enchanted himself and put another mana flower down. So I'm guessing that's still a Hawkeye.
Well, my first criticism is not casting something off your lair. um, I I don't know. I guess if he does a bear, but at the same time, I'm like, do you really need the lair? I don't
Is
know.
he going to start with Severe and then shoot with a bow this turn or something? Can you do that? Severe to cost what? 14?
15. I think it's 15.
15? So you wouldn't be able to. Oh, you could cast a bow and shoot it, but you wouldn't be able to reveal Hawkeye.
Yeah, so maybe we'll see like a level 1 creature. Maybe if he wants to bow this round anyway. You know.
Could shoot that Bobcat.
But yeah, it's at a weird point now where
I don't agree
he's
with
not
this
even
either.
gonna. Is he not gonna deploy?
He
Okay.
didn't deploy it? I don't understand what's going on here. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Like in general, when you do a rush, a aggressive spawn point, you want to cast things every turn because you want to
Yeah,
keep the aggression on.
yeah. Spawn point is how you get your advantage. If you're not going
Yeah,
to
yeah,
use it,
exactly.
then why cast it in the first place?
Oh, he's gonna back up. Okay.
He's going to back up and cast a bow. And here's the pet turtle. And rouse the beast turtle.
Ooh, okay, that's cool.
See, I would have preferred that instead of casting an enchantment on the mage, you use Philella to cast Rust on the lair. Can you do that? You can do that,
No,
right? Oh, you can't?
you can't
Okay.
rest the layer, no.
Oh,
Although it seems like it would make sense, but no.
okay. Never mind.
But you could do like piercing on the snapper or something.
That's true. You can do piercing on the snapper.
Oh, Alter the Iron Guard. Okay, so this is interesting. I mean, Alter the Iron Guard's really good. Um,
But
when you
you need
start wanting to
creatures.
spam it, but so, yeah, I mean, like at this point in time, I'm like, this better be like a bear or
Yeah.
something big because if you're just getting like anything less than Timberwolves, like it's dangerous.
You can't Timberwolf at this point. That turtle is going to
Yeah,
do 5 damage to you. That
right.
Beastmaster is going to do 7 damage to you.
hmm
Like,
And who knows
you
what
have to get
flows like
something big.
packing. And like not to mention like you can't do birds because why would you do Iron Guard?
Right. That would be dumb. Let's put this bird on the ground. See if it
Yeah,
survives.
right. And there's like a cat right there, just like, all
There's the
right.
bear. Okay. We got a bear.
It's gonna be on guard. That's really nice. This is what the Bobcat's for. You just if he
Yeah.
dies, oh well, but he took out that guard,
And he could
you
also
know?
dodge too. There's that force
What?
wall.
I was just gonna say, all right, I'll take your stuff. Bye.
Yep.
And it saves the Hawkeye shot too this round.
Yep. There's a move 2 and an enchantment. Okay.
And he's fast, so he gets another action as well. Yep.
All
Bobcat's
right.
going in. This is a really smart choice to send that.
Yep.
Arguably, the turtle wouldn't have been that bad to send in, to be honest.
No
But
defense. Bear strength on a bear. Should be illegal. Bear already has bear strength.
it's that werewolf bear strength.
Yeah, right. All right, what do you got here?
The
Bear
polar bear.
strength, wolf fury, in he comes. He's gonna hit the bear as hard as he
Yeah.
can.
This is a
6
really
dice, 7
classic
dice.
nature versus nature match. Just like big animals swinging at each other, that sort of thing.
Just slugfest. All right, that bear is almost dead. And this is why, well, I guess 2/3 dead. Not necessarily almost dead. But yeah, I think that what pjotri wants to do is not cast the lair, but just cast the bear. right? So
Yeah.
move 2, cast your flower, move 2, enchant yourself. Next turn, cast your flower, cast your bear, and then the next turn you can cast a creature in your bow, and then you're good. You don't have to worry about the
I
lair.
am curious what's going to come out of this now, because now they could do like guarding shenanigans, but right now, like, that bear's in trouble.
That bear is going to get hurt. All AridigasFan has to do is prep a force push.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Let's see. We got 12 mana for pjotri. So nothing. Maybe it's a snake, and then he's gonna heal the bear or something.
Yeah, I can't even do severe. I don't think we've seen anything but snakes severe in this bear now. So I don't know. I don't know what he has option wise.
Oh, Isn't
Oh yeah, Isambila. That's right. Yeah.
You've seen Izzy before. Okay. He's gonna. He
And
cannot.
again, Isambila really isn't meant to be guarding. She just, doesn't have enough armor to
Yeah.
really sustain damage.
One armor is not enough.
Yeah, and like when you compare it to Timberwolf, and you see that Timberwolf has 2 armor, it actually makes a big difference, especially in this
Yep.
game.
Yep. Well, turtle only did 3 damage, so.
Yeah, you want to kill that bear.
Ooh, flying sidekick.
Beautiful play.
Getting all
Comboing
of
that with
his
the melee
pluses.
bonuses. Mm-hmm.
That is gonna get. Join strength. Okay. So the
Barely
bear.
surviving.
Well, now he's gonna take a melee hit from the Beastmaster.
Yep.
Oh no, because he flying sidekicked after he did the turtle? Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that bear's gonna
The bear's
swing at the
gonna try
turtle.
and
How's it
kill
gonna
the turtle.
do? I mean, it's 7
Well,
dice. I
it's
can
eight.
kill it actually.
It's 8
Or
dice.
eight dice. Yeah.
Now there goes. There goes the turtle. All right.
Oh no, it was more than that,
It
right?
was way more than that. It was
Yeah.
10 dice. 10 dice
Yeah.
bear. But
Okay, well
now the
that
10
was
dice bear dies. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh my gosh, it does
okay.
not die.
I
Oh,
mean, this is why a lot of people say bears are good because they just kind of tank a bunch of stuff.
wow. So if he has a heal next turn,
He has initiative. That's a big deal. If he has a heal in his book, he could actually like make sure this bear
turn the game
doesn't
around.
die.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have a heal, you should put a heal.
If you don't have a heal, you should get one.
Like almost every game, there's a reason to have a heal in your book.
Even if you're a dark mage.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not talking heal. Like minor heal. I mean, usually you want regrowth or minor heal, maybe a normal heal, but it varies. And if you don't, you usually see players get a lot of passive healing, such as like a well, a healing tree, regen, like stacking up, that sort of thing.
Yeah, if he can heal this bear, I think the game is significantly in his favor.
Well, that's a regrowth. So,
Well, I would
wow.
still heal it. I would still minor heal
Yo,
it.
yeah, absolutely still heal it. But like that's a big deal to have that regrowth on. Now it's really actually switched that he didn't kill that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean the temple or the altar of the on guard really coming in clutch to show how
Mm.
those guards can really function.
Yeah, Mongoose Agility is coming out for the Beastmaster for sure, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would make sense because Aridigas probably has another flying sidekick. Doing the layer gets a asp.
It's a
Okay,
pest. It's a guarding pest. Why?
you might as well put it on there, but sometimes you can fake out people with that.
There's the
Okay,
minor heal. All right.
that's
Oh,
huge.
only 3. Only 3. But that's good.
Okay, this is gonna be close.
Yeah, it's going to be close. Critical
No critical
strike. Oh,
strike.
no armor. Flying sidekick.
Yeah, critical strike is
Getting
probably the
5
best
damage.
ways.
Oh, 4 damage because one transfers to the Johktari. That damage transfer is so good.
Yeah, both sides have really taken advantage of it. Oh no, this is gonna do so much damage.
This is
It's no
10
armor,
dice on the
right? No armor
Beastmaster.
for the
Oh
PM.
my gosh. That is 12 damage.
Yeah, I mean, playing no armor
Wow.
is so risky in this game. Not
Oh,
that armor necessarily have helped, but
you can ignore the pest, the guarding pest.
oh, he's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
go after
Well, he's
Isabella?
got initiative next turn.
Oh, I. Oh, so he didn't want to take the 5 dice.
Oh
Okay.
man.
I, no, he should have really focused down the Grizzly.
Yeah, I think he should
Like,
have
it's
killed the
so
bear
much
too.
investment now that is going to heal 2 damage and stuff.
Yeah. I
That
mean,
that sucks.
the way to mess this
uh,
game up for Aridigas is for pjotri to cast Purge Magic right now.
I actually would have preferred Philella. Well, I don't know what that enchantment is, but to kill Isabella. But
Oh, yeah, that would be a good choice. There's a shot. No gloves of skill this time around. Notice that.
mm,
But it's a
yeah,
good shot
probably didn't
anyway.
have time. Yeah,
He had
definitely
to
showing off
save
the
his bear.
strength. Definitely showing off the strength of this layer here, and why it's good. And
Yeah,
I love to
now
see the
now the
healing.
layer is going to win the game.
Yeah,
Um, I mean,
yeah.
but
Critical
the
strike
Beastmaster could still
probably.
kill both of those creatures.
I mean, how many more flying sidekicks does he have? You know,
Probably not that many.
just I mean,
Although
if he's
honestly,
buffing his melee up,
even a spray of barbs has a chance to kill that bear.
true, 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 true.
And you've got to kill that bear now. If you don't kill that bear now, you're
No, it's over. Yeah,
yeah, it's over.
like regrowth definitely just adds so much value over time.
Really got Fan at 22 damage. Yotri at 3.
Yeah, we don't know what that enchantment is.
And there's another snake.
Yeah, I think he's just summoning creatures just to have more dice out, which is a good choice.
Another flying sidekick. There we go.
It's a third one.
That
Okay.
does not kill the bear.
Look at all those blanks too.
Yeah, that's a lot of blanks. Well, I don't think AridigasFan played this wrong necessarily, except instead of attacking Isabella, he probably should attack the bear.
Yeah, I think
Right.
that was.
There's the bear dead.
Yeah.
Now, is he going to transfer joint strength? Yes. Pay 1 mana to transfer joint strength to
In
Isabella.
your zone.
Oh, in your zone. Nope, can't do that.
Yeah. It's definitely not legal. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to point out that he has to target. He has to be in your zone. Yeah, he found it.
Which I don't know if that actually needed that restriction or not, but whatever.
Well, it does have it, so gotta play around it.
Right.
All right, is he attacking? Getting 5 damage on that Beastmaster, unless... Oh, Rhinohide's not going to save him.
I would have loved to have seen a Badger Frenzy on that play.
Yeah, that would have been nice. There's a weak and 2 damage. Ouch. Philella coming down here. More enchantments on the Beastmaster. What in the world?
Okay, so we're going for some sort of turbocharge. This is a really classic play that you see out of Straywood's, and that is just like time to just pump my fists and get super strong.
Oh, and there's death. Oh, that shot hurt. That
It's probably
shot
too
hurt a
late.
lot.
Yeah.
Well, we noticed he did not have a regrowth on,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, maybe he did, but it was too late, right? He took an extra bear hit that he didn't need to take.
Yep.
And he did roll low. I mean, honestly, there were some rolls that should have killed. But
I mean, the bear surviving is really what won it. Sometimes it's really useful, just even though it doesn't seem worth it, just to use that boulder to take out that big creature that has 4 enchantments or whatever on him.
He
Because
basically was throwing boulders with the flying sidekick.
You're right. You're right. It was close. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if Shattering Strike's needed actually, because I think Critical Strike is probably better with Flying Psychic.
Yeah.
Like Shattering Strike would be okay against the turtle,
Right.
but
That would be nice.
only if you're not doing a Critical Strike melee build. Like otherwise it's like just do that. Because you got to think that Critical Strike's 1 spell point, Flying Sidekick is 1 spell point, and Shattering Strike is 2. So, efficiency-wise, you're probably going to get more out of Critical Strike. Or, Critical Strike, yeah.
Yeah, Critical Strike is a very good card.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want a Shattering Strike, like an Isambila. But Critical Strike would just help you against it as a casual thing. Oh, Frost Trap.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. The snakes were not really doing much that game. I think I would have much preferred to see a Timberwolf come out or something.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't think you should look at them as damage dealers, and I think that's what
And what he
like.
needed at that point was something that could take a hit and do the damage back because he was about to get the game finished. He was lucky that his bear survived that long.
Yeah, if that bear died earlier, it might have been a different game.
And if he had spawned a guarding Timberwolf, then the flying sidekick wouldn't have hit
Right.
the bear, right?
Yeah. I also am not sure how I feel about the Philella on Aridigas' side.
Yeah.
It's kind of the issue I have with her, and that is you feel obligated to keep enchanting things, even if enchanting something in that moment, which is typically a longer gameplay, it is the wrong move. And I would have rather have seen that mana go towards a Falcons or something like that.
Hmm.
Granted, he was doing a flying sidekick thing, so I get why he was doing it. But I'm curious what those 3 unrevealed enchantments were.
I mean, I'm guessing one of them was regrowth.
Probably
Mongoose
regrowth.
agility.
Regrowth is a classic, yeah.
Regrowth. And Falcon precision. Oh, he's going to reveal them all right now anyway.
Yeah.
So regrowth came out way too late that time. Falcon precision was there in case there were going to be some snakes. And there weren't until later. And I think I would have put regrowth on sooner than that. Or
yeah.
Rhinohide. Even Rhinohide would have been a good choice.
I don't know if any armor would have been really nice. Because Isabella does too, but the bear only has 1 piercing.
Right. And the Avarium only has 1 piercing too. So, and if you could get your bear skin and your Rhinohide on, then you're blocking a lot of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, the Bobcat opening I actually liked. He was just saying like, "What are you gonna cast out of here? I'm just gonna like casually get this Bobcat and see what's happening."
Yeah, get ready to zoom in there and kill something.
I don't think he was expecting him to like not cast something out of that layer for 2 rounds. But I mean, the Iron Guard really did help a lot. The altar.
Yeah, that actually was a good play. So he eventually
I've been
started using
seeing
the
that
layer.
more. Yeah, right. Like, I don't know if he needed to cast that bow when he did, if it meant he could get something out earlier. I'd have to look at the math.
He didn't shoot it. Yeah, he didn't shoot it that turn, but I don't think.
Don't
I
think
mean,
there's a lot of data. We have 2 channel 10 mages. That's data. Ultimately, I do like the seeing these as channel 10.
mhm.
I feel like
I
we do get
mean,
a lot more aggressive plays out
right.
of
You
that.
you can't layer flour unless you have 20 at the beginning,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right.
So,
So
but
yeah,
I would argue that that layer flour might not be the best choice if you want to be aggressive, right? That
yeah. I mean,
maybe
layer
first
layer
turn as the
Hawkeye.
Johktari Beastmaster, you want to do double flour if you're going to go double flour, and then you bear Hawkeye or something, you know. But
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's so weird because you want to shoot. I
mhm,
honestly, this is the problem with the longbow, is that you want to shoot with your Johktari because you have, of course, range +1. But if you can't summon creatures, you need the lair, and then you're kind of stuck around this lair. So like I think that's why we're seeing a lot more boomerang plays, because like they want to have the versatility of being able to move around, get more
mhm.
creatures if they need it, otherwise just like move and throw, that sort of thing.
Well, the boomerang was designed for the Johktari Beastmaster,
Oh
honestly.
yeah, oh for sure.
So well, anyway, I think we are done analyzing this for now. Thanks everybody for
Yeah.
watching Tuesdays with Puddnhead. Thanks for joining me, Coshade,
Oh yeah.
and we'll catch you all next time.
Bye.